Temperatures tomorrow, part of the problem. Temperatures are going to be in the 30s for much of the next 48 hours. Here's the forecast then for tonight. Cloudy skies and light rain by late tonight, with a low temperature down to 33 degrees. Then for tomorrow, rain changing to freezing rain. Again, it may not change over till about 3 or 4 o'clock, with temperatures holding near 32 degrees. Then tomorrow night, freezing rain continues and some snow is possible. The low temperature 30 degrees. Monday morning, get set for a slick rush hour. Morning ice and snow. Afterwards, clouds will linger, the high 35. And if that weren't enough, a chance for more light rain and snow on Tuesday, and then just plain old cold and dry Wednesday and Thursday with temperatures in the 30s for highs and lows in the teens. But boy, tomorrow could get a little sticky, or I should say icy, out there tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What people need to be leaving a little bit early for their holiday travel.
See, he read my mind. We were both going to say the same thing.
Well, I better answer both of you then, right? Yeah, it looks like that if you've got travel plans, get on the road early tomorrow, because the longer you wait, the better chance you're going to run into that ice.
Yeah. Especially if you're heading southward, right?
Yeah, or northward. Actually, that's where the change is
okay.
going to occur first.
Okay.
But anywhere in Indiana could see the threat of freezing rain by tomorrow night.
The Hoosiers certainly weren't cold, were they, down at Assembly Hall tonight, Dick Ray?
First 5 minutes of that game, very critical tonight. We're going to talk basketball. We're going to talk high school football. We're also going to hear live from Vince Welch down in Bloomington. Vince?
That's right. You know, you talk about the travelers leaving early. Some fans left early from this one. A blowout in Bloomington. The IU Butler story just ahead in sports.
Why I bought what I bought. The 92 Oldsmobile 88 Royale. To look at the car, most impressive. Then I found out why. Oldsmobile went straight to the people, their owners, with one basic question. What would you change? Smoother lines, more aerodynamic, more power, but with greater safety. Driver's side airbag, anti-lock brakes, and they talked about luxury. Fingertip controls, a user-friendly interior with space for all. Oldsmobile listened and acted. The 92 88 Royale didn't happen overnight. It happened over many, many nights. A car designed by the people. That's the American power of intelligent engineering. And that's why I bought what I bought.
The Hoosier Olds family announces 2.9% GMAC financing on the all-new 88 Royale, up to 48 months. 2.9% financing from your Hoosier Olds family dealers.
7 different water beds, one low price. It's a water bed special purchase from Big Sur Water Band. For a limited time, $189.99 buys the Amarillo, the Sedona, the New York 4-poster, the Hanover, the White Chantel, the Pine Bluff Daybed, or the Austin. Ask about no payments and no interest till next May. Big Sur Water Bands, Lafayette and Georgetown Road, also 8310 East Washington Street.
And now a big Lazarus thanks. Sunday and Monday, use your Lazarus charge and get a gift. Shopping certificates. Check your paper to see how to get them, spend them, and share the spirit. Only at Lazarus.
Dick Ray is here, and it was not a good night for the blue and white down at Assembly Hall.
But a wonderful night for the cream and crimson,
That's
or
right.
crimson and cream. They looked tremendous.
One would figure that Indiana would have had the home court advantage in this situation, but boy, it was more than just a home court advantage. And there's no better measuring stick for an up-and-coming program like Butler than to play the best, and that's what Barry Collier's Bulldogs were doing tonight in Assembly Hall down in Bloomington. For the story on tonight's game, let's go live via satellite to Vince Welch there at Assembly Hall. Vince, take it away.
You know, Dick, you mentioned the fact that a measuring stick, and Barry Collier commented on that very thing in the post-game press conference, saying, I found out something about my team tonight. I just didn't like what I found out. Butler, a very difficult night for the Bulldogs. If you got here late, you missed one dominating performance by the Hoosiers. So powerful, in fact, Butler never came close to ever even being in contention. The game runs the normal 40 minutes in length, but the outcome is decided in the first 10. Calbert Cheney directly contributing to 9 of Indiana's first 11 points, either by bucket or assist. Damon Bailey comes off the bench to nail a pair of three-pointers, and freshman Alan Henderson plays with the grit and determination of a seasoned veteran. IU hits 30 before Butler hits double figures.
We came out, we played with intensity. Our offense moved pretty well. Defensively, we were in them.
The Hoosiers forced the Bulldogs into 12 first-half turnovers, and while Butler is getting only one shot at the bucket, Indiana is pounding the boards at both ends. The rebounding edge nearly 3-1.
If you had a checklist, I think everything would be in one column as far as what they did good and what we were able to stop would be awful blank.
Butler didn't stop Indiana's offense. The Hoosiers shot better than 50% and attempted twice as many shots as the Bulldogs in the first half.
We obviously got started off really well in the first half and probably played about as well as we can play going up and down the floor.
Indiana leads by 32 at halftime, and the Hoosiers go on to win at 97-73. 5 IU players in double figures, led by Calbert Chaney with 19. Greg Graham had 17, and the freshman Alan Henderson continues his strong play with 16 points. J.P. Brenz led Butler with 18. No contest, though, and Barry Collier and the Bulldogs deeply humbled tonight, but they say they'll pick it up and learn something from this rout and go on and be back in action again on Tuesday. IU, of course, returns to action Tuesday as well against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. So that's the story from Assembly Hall. A big win for the Hoosiers. The record now 1-1 for IU, while Butler slips to 2-1. Dick?
No, to make matters worse tonight for Butler, Vince, was when Michael Wilson went down late in the game. Is there any word on what kind of injury that was? It looked like it might have been a knee injury.
In fact, it was a bruised knee, however, so although that is severe and painful, it's not as severe as a possible ligament damage or something of that nature. But a bruised knee sent Wilson to the locker room a little bit early tonight. Coach Barry Collier says he'll be okay. That bruise will heal, so no surgery or anything of that nature. But as you mentioned, it did look serious. He had to be carried from the floor by his teammates, but a bruised knee, all there is to report. Also, from a health note, Damon Bailey back in action tonight and looked extremely sharp, not only with the jump shot, but his overall court play. So a good showing from Bailey as he comes back from that bruised nerve at his back.
All right, Vince, we'll see you back here with a report tomorrow night on Sports Locker. And, of course, Indiana will play Notre Dame next on Tuesday night. Well, the Pacers got a break on the road before even tipping off with the Bucks tonight. For getting back late for their holiday vacation, Milwaukee coach Del Harris took Alvin Robertson, Moses Malone, Larry Kostowiak, and Dale Ellis out of the starting lineup. All 4 were also fined for missing practice, and it must have fired them up because right now the Pacers are getting drilled in Milwaukee. Last count, it's 116-95 with about 5 minutes to go in the game. Pacers losing there. Let's take you now to Philadelphia, the Spectrum, where the Lakers and Sixers were playing tonight. We have highlights of that game tonight. A little scuffle with Jason Williams and A.C. Green late in the game. Even the referee goes down to the floor here, so I imagine some fines may be in order for this little altercation there tonight. The Lakers winning this game 97-93. Tony Smith hitting the J there for the Lakers. Let's go to the NBA scoreboard and tell you that the Lakers do win that game. I should say 93-91 is the final on that game tonight in Philadelphia. Detroit is a loser this afternoon in a game played in Madison Square Garden. Other NBA action saw Atlanta beating Boston at home. Orlando beats Miami in the Battle of Florida teams there. You see Dallas nipping Minnesota. Seattle losing to the San Antonio Spurs. Some other games still going on in the NBA. Denver is leading New Jersey. And out in Phoenix, Utah is holding on to a slim advantage there. Well, high school football took center stage again at the Dome. We'll have the battle of unbeatens when sports continues. But as we go to break, here are tonight's scores from top 20 college basketball and high school basketball in our area.
Once upon a time, there was an incredible vegetable, the green giant mushroom. Ooh. It did amazing things for food. The giant picked only the mushrooms plump enough to make pasta perfect, juicy enough to make spaghetti sumptuous, and salads scrumptious. Soon people added the giant's mushrooms to chicken, burgers, stew, gravy, and people ate happily ever after.
Because green giant mushrooms give everything a lift.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green giant.
It's nice having Ernie around since he retired, unless I want to get some work done. So one thing I do is send him to Hook's drugstore. Since he's over 60, he saves 10% on prescriptions and Hook's brand products. I like that. It gets Ernie out of the house, and it saves us money. And I certainly can't do it myself.
She's only 39. If you're 60 or older, Hooks Plus Senior Discount is just for you because we'd like to see you smile.
It's the best of times to buy a 92 Pathfinder with a hefty 3-liter engine and optional 31-inch mud and snow tires. Or a Nissan 4x4 with the most powerful engine of any import brand truck. So pick one up today because you could save up to $1,500 on trucks and $2,000 on Pathfinders during the Nissan 91 clearance.
True Value knows that people all over town are on the lookout for Santa this Christmas because they're hoping for something really special. It's an AT&T gift they'll be looking for, and True Value has them. Right now, this AT&T Remote Answering System 1306 is just $49.99, and this AT&T Cordless Telephone 4320 is just $74.99. So this year, make sure Santa leaves them something they'll really be looking for, and something they'll really love. An AT&T gift on sale now at True Value hardware stores.
It was a battle of unbeatens in the Hoosier Dome Saturday to determine the best in Class 5A. But as Fred Khalil reports, when Ben Davis was through with Penn High School from Mishawaka, they were talking about the best of all time.
The Ben Davis-Penn matchup in 5A was a mismatch from the beginning. Steve Holman, 10 carries, 231 yards, 54 on this play to the 11-yard line, setting up the first touchdown, 7-0 Ben Davis. Kicker Trinity Hines' 48-yard field goal broke a state championship game record. It made it 10-0. With 1:59 in the first, Ings to Keith Walton, 17-0, the Giants on top.
Well, I tell you what, we came out, they were big, they were good, they were probably the best team, by far the best team we played all year.
The key in this ball game, the opening of the third quarter, when Ben Davis took Penn out of its game plan. Very uncharacteristic of the Kingsmen. They go for it all. It is picked off. The Giants turn right around, give it to Steve Holman, who goes 80 yards for the touchdown. A 14-point turnaround, and at the time, made it 24-0 Ben Davis.
Steve Perica suggested at halftime that we go in our twin set and run the counter weak, or back to the strong side, and we ran it, and Holman went 80 yards, and that kind of broke their back.
Finally, just a prime example of how speed kills on the football field. Cameron Smith, the interception for the touchdown, and watch him go, and watch Penn watch. Final score from the Dome, Ben Davis 38-14 over Penn.
Something, we talked about since the beginning of July. We said, this is something we want. Let's be the best ever. And, well, I don't know. I'll let you decide, but to me, this is the best team ever.
In the end, it was the speed and dominance of Ben Davis that carried the Giants to another 5A state football championship. This 1991 team, if not the best high school football team of all time in this state, it is certainly very close. The SQ Award winner, Chris Ings, the quarterback of the Giants. The final score, Ben Davis 38, Penn 14. From the Hoosier Dome, Fred Khalil, Wish TV, Sports 8.
Earlier today, Seymour and Hobart battled it out for the Class 4A title. Hobart had a 6-0 lead in the third quarter. This is Seymour quarterback Eric Fish to Jason Hardy for a 43-yard gain. But on the very next play, Hobart takes it away, and their quarterback Ed Casco would rush for 2 touchdowns today. Hobart wins their third title in Class 4A with a 20-0 shutout. Congratulations to Hobart there. Florida State has gone from the front runner in the national title to just another good college football team thanks to arch rival Florida today. It's Florida ranked number 5, knocking off the third-ranked Seminoles 14-9. This is the winning touchdown. Gator quarterback Shane Matthews out of the pocket and throwing on the run to Harrison Houston for a 72-yard scoring play. And the Gators go on to win that game 14-9 is the final. Around the nation in top 20 action, Miami taking on San Diego State. And Alabama beats Auburn 13-6. Tennessee shutting out Vanderbilt. Notre Dame right now is playing out in Hawaii. I want to tell you also that the Pacers lost that game tonight, 137-119, the final. Pacers losing. And that is the end of this sportscast.
Thanks, Dick.
Okay, we'll be back with a few final words in just a moment.
Maybe you can't give her the moon and the stars. But you can give her something brilliant from the Shane Company in blue topaz, pink ice, or purple amethyst from only $79. Or something as gold as the sun for as little as $99 during the Shane Company Christmas sale. You know it's a golden opportunity.
You're more brilliant than ever at the Shane Company.